There are more sales happening in Palm Bay than any other city in Brevard County. There's been 1,600 sales so far for the first half of 2025 in Palm Bay. Melbourne is the next closest city with sales, with 1,422 sales in the first half of 2025. And looking at the top five, the numbers just dropped drastically from there. The city of Palm Bay accounted for 24% of all of our sales from the Space Coast MLS first half of 2025. And really, these numbers come to no surprise because Palm Bay is the largest city here in Brevard County, and it's massive. It's a very sprawling city as well. It's over 66.7 square miles in size, which makes it one of the largest cities by landmass in the state of Florida. Population in Palm Bay is over 123,000 people, which is 21% of the population here in Brevard County. Why is everybody moving to the city of Palm Bay? Being the largest city here in Brevard County, they have the most properties available for sale, which kind of makes sense. Palm Bay also has a lot of new construction that's selling too. There's been more sales of new construction in the city of Palm Bay than the rest of the county combined, according to the Space Coast MLS. And prices you'll see are fairly reasonable and a lot less expensive than the other hot spot in the county, which is the 32940 in Viera. The best-selling zip codes in Palm Bay is the 32909, 32907, and the 32908. Looking at just the new construction sales, prices were anywhere from $244,000 on the low end to $825,000 on the high end. And that $825 is kind of the anomaly, because if we pull that off the list, the next best price home sale was $593,000. Average sales price of these homes was just over $357,000. Median sales price of these homes was $350,000. And the home sizes, they range from 1,239 square feet on the small size to 3,400 square feet on the larger size. Average and medium size homes are around 1,800 square feet. There are a lot of home builders right now in the Palm Bay area. The big four are D.R. Horton, Holiday Homes, Adam Homes, and Lennar Homes. Honorable mentions would be Florida Land 365, Land and Sea, and K. Havnonian are the next bigger sellers. And then beyond that, there are probably a dozen or so other builders in the Palm Bay area. The homes that are available, you have two choices. You either are buying in a homeowners association or you're buying on a scattered lot. Scattered lots are exactly what they sound like. The builders have bought one or a group of vacant lands in a particular area, and that's where they're building these houses at. Your neighbors could be another new home, could be a home that was built in the early 2000s, could be a home that was built in the 1980s, and you might even be next to just more vacant land. Something else to keep in mind when you're looking at these scatter lot homes, you're going to have three more choices. The homes are either going to be on city water and sewer, you'll be on city water and septic, or you'll be on well water and septic. And depending on which of the three, there's also three different price points. And if you are looking at the Homeowners Association, for the most part, these are all on city water and sewer. Timbers at Everland and Riverwood at Everland, these are both being built by Lennar Homes. They're on city water and sewer. Same with Cypress Bay, that's being built by D.R. Horton. Waterstone, which has several builders in this community, city water and sewer. Same with St. John's Preserve, city water sewer, several builders in this community too. And if you're not interested so much in new construction, you're looking for a resale, an existing home to purchase, you're going to have a lot of the same choices. Do you want a homeowners association, or are you okay with a scattered lot? Utilities, you want city water and sewer, city water and septic, or well water and septic. We'll need to know the price range, the size of the home that you're looking for, the number of bedrooms, number of baths, that type of thing. And to give you an idea of the age of homes that are available, they're really 1960 to brand new construction is what is out there. There are a handful of them that were built in the 60s and 70s, but most of them are newer than that. If you look at the average year built of the homes that sold in 2025, that average year built was 2009, and the median year built of these sales was 2022. So we have a lot of homes that are selling in Palm Bay that were 2022 and newer. Fun fact, something important to know about Palm Bay if you're looking for resale, probably new construction, is the city itself. It's divided up into 4 quadrants. Almost every street in the city of Palm Bay has some type of an abbreviation going with the name. Emerson Street, Northeast Palm Bay, Emerson Street, Northwest Palm Bay. So yes, the zip code's going to help with the general location of properties that you're looking at, but knowing the quadrant that you're in will help us pinpoint things as well. And how things are divided up. Malabar Road, which is a major roadway. If you're living north of Malabar, you're in the northern section, and south of Malabar, Malabar is the southern section. And the east-west dividers, you have Minton Road, and as you get further south in Palm Bay, DeGroots. So if you're on the east side of Minton or DeGroots, you're in the east section. West side is the west section. Some more things to know about the Palm Bay area, or at least to keep in mind. Palm Bay has 3 exits off of I-95. You have Palm Bay Road, which is exit 176. Malabar Road is exit 172. And there's St. John's Heritage Parkway, which is the newest of these exits, exit 166. All 3 of these exits are centered around a commercial hub. Well, the Palm Bay Road and the Malabar Road is a mature commercial hub because they've been in existence for some time. You have the major grocery stores. There's the big box stores like Walmart or Target in these areas. Also have Lowe's or Home Depot. There are quite a few gas station restaurants and other shops off of these 2 exits. The St. John's Heritage Parkway, however, is a relatively new exit. Last year, 2024, a Publix just opened up on the interchange of Babcock and St. John's Heritage Parkway, and they're in the process of building out the other supporting retail, other stores, other shops, gas stations, restaurants, and really South Palm Bay is about to explode. I've mentioned the Waterstone communities and the Cypress Bay communities, which is right there where Babcock and St. John's Heritage Parkway are interchange. They just announced south of here off Mickle Road, the Ashton Park Master Plan community is starting to break grounds for future construction. This is going to be a massive Master Plan Homeowners Association that's going to have the commercial space centered in this area as well. So it's going to be kind of exciting to see everything that's happening in the South Palm Bay area. If you have kiddos and schools are important, here's an overview of the schools as a whole that are in Palm Bay. Right now there are 3 high schools: Palm Bay High, Bayside Lakes High, and Heritage Lakes High School. There's Southwest Middle School and Central Middle School, along with several other charter middle schools. And there are 11 elementary schools and 6 charter schools throughout the city of Palm Bay. Of course, you should do your own research on what schools are best for your children. There's a lot of resources online, and I'll have some links below as well. Where you're working at could make a big difference on your decision on whether or not Palm Bay is going to be right for you. Health and wellness, retail, trades, working at one of the government contractor jobs, or space tech firms that are centered around the Melbourne airport. It would certainly be fairly easy for you to get to work. Really, if you're working anywhere Pineda South, the commute from Palm Bay will not be that bad. If you're stationed at the Patrick Space Force Base, you can expect a 30 to 40 minute drive. Of course, this depends on what section of Palm Bay you're in and what traffic's like for that day. And if you're working at the Kennedy Space Center, and again, this goes back to what section of Palm Bay you're living in and what kind of traffic you have to get from South Palm Bay to the KSC main gate. So what do you think? Living in Palm Bay, is that of any interest to you? Do you have any questions about this video or possibly an upcoming move? I'm here to help. QR code, it'll take you to my calendar. Grab a time that works for you and let's have a conversation. And my contact information is below. If you're looking to learn more about the city of Palm Bay, I'm queuing up 2 more videos for you to watch next as well. My name's Eric Larkin. I'm with Real Broker. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see ya on the next show.